Go. All right. Today is July 11th, 2023. My name is John, and I moderate the BYOB trading room. So we're going to start this morning off. We're going to talk about SPY pivot. Today is 439.40. And how did I get that? Let's go to the 10-minute chart. Look at yesterday's activity. We came up, 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 up. You see all these tails sticking up in the sky? Right up there, 439, and they kind of topped out right up there at 439. I'm just going to call it 439.45. 439.45. And let's go back to daily. Yeah, 439.40. Call it 439.45 right there. So there's our SPY pivot. Okay, so you can see the SPY is still in a daily uptrend. Trend indicator's green. Everything's looking good. Pre-market, we're already kind of gapping up, or we're just trading up. This is yesterday's candle. What do we close at? Closed at 439.69. And so we could be gapping up this morning. It's looking good for a gap up. CPI is tomorrow, so big possibility we gap up and just melt all day. I don't think we're going to have a meltdown, but I think we just gap up, kind of like trade up a little bit, maybe up to up to 441, 441 and a half, kind of right up into this area here. And then we just kind of melt down the rest of the day, back down to the midpoint right here. That would be normal, being since CPI is, 8:30 tomorrow morning. So let's go take a look at some of the other stuff. We do have nice bullish hook on the SPY. Daily, still bullish. Hourly, we had a little bit of an hourly downtrend. We got a lower high, and I guess you're going to call this the lower low right there. So there's not really a lower low, still a higher low. So everything's still bullish. If this was the low, this is a higher low. So everything's still looking bullish. Couldn't even get an hourly downtrend going. So there you go with the SPY, going to gap up. Let's take a look at the dollar. All right, so here's the dollar. So here's the dollar. This is a 6-hour chart of the dollar. And, of course, you see the dollar kind of spiking down, taking out this M pattern low right here. So dollar's coming down. Weaker dollar makes our goods and services more competitive across the globe. So that's great for the markets if that continues to do that. 101.83, not bad. That's pretty good. Economic calendar. Nothing happening today. Nothing at all. Optimism report at 6 a.m. I guess it's already out. Tomorrow, CPI 8:30, and then PPI, producer price index 8:30 tomorrow. Thursday, 8:30 Thursday, and jobless claims at 8:30 Thursday also. So there'll be a reaction today, probably a reaction tomorrow, and a beige book at 2 tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Earnings calendar, really not a whole lot happening until Friday. And then we got all of the, not all of them, but we got some of the big boys in the financial sector going to report. We got JP Morgan, United Healthcare Group, that's in the Dow. Wells Fargo, BlackRock, Citigroup, State Street, all of those, all in the XLF, I believe. And okay, so let's head back to, here's the SPY. Let's take a look at the QQQ. Good morning, Mai. I got the sneezes, so I'm like hitting the mic as I sneeze. All right, so here's the SPY. Let's take a look at the QQQ. QQQ on the hourly was able to put in a lower high right here. A lower low, lower low on the hourly and the lower high. So you got a lower low and a lower high on the QQQ. QQQ, I'm expecting pretty much the same thing. Gap up higher and then kind of just melt down to the midpoint for the rest of the day on the QQQ. That's what I would be expecting. Not saying that's what's going to happen, but that's what I'm expecting to happen on the QQQ. Being with CPI coming out tomorrow, double top here on the QQQ. And of course, we got a double top on the SPY right up here, and there. But the big difference is QQQ does have lower low and a lower high. So we got a lower high right there, and there's your lower low. So there's QQQ. Still bullish on the daily chart. Very much bullish. Nice green trend indicator right there. It still needs time to cool off. It's had a nice run. It's going to take it a little while to cool off. So I would expect it to cool off for a little while. Maybe even start a pullback, to a support area. So there's QQQ. IWM did phenomenal yesterday. Let me just say, and the broad spectrum of all the stocks out there, if you looked at a heat map, the heat map was almost all green. And the only thing holding the heat map back was those products in the FNGU. It was the Apple, Meta, Google, all of those, the NVIDIA, the Tesla, because they are so heavily weighted in the market, market couldn't get going anywhere. So, but the IWM was doing awesome. All the mid caps and small caps we're doing very well. And you can see we've got really nice day right here on the IWM, bouncing off this uptrend line right there on the daily chart. So there's no hourly downtrend to report here in the IWM. It's back here at the highs. Like to see it make higher highs. So we'll see what happens with the IWM today. I'm not expecting a meltdown in the IWM today. It could happen, but I'm really not expecting it. So there we are with the IWM. Now the diamonds. Diamonds, I do have a bear call credit spread on, and that's based on, this M pattern right here. And I'm expecting this to go out for 2 or 3 or 4 days and just bear flag as they grind away in the battle zone right here at the apex. So we'll see what happens with the IWM. The diamonds. Right now, everything's looking good. Diamonds kind of gapping up early this morning too. I'm expecting the same scenario out of the diamonds. So it's kind of weird. We got the BOPs, they're all red, but the candles are all green. I mean, here's your daily on the diamonds. It's red, candles green. Let's see what the QQQ looks like. QQQ's down, but yellow. Candles green. SPY. Down, but yellow. Candles green. IWM. Red. Candles green. That's kind of weird. Kind of a divergence going on there. SMH. Let's take a look at that. Still daily uptrend. Nice candle yesterday. Attacking the midpoint. Looks like today we're going to gap up over the midpoint, probably fade. We'll see what happens with the SMH. Again, nice bull flag. Probably going to be in this bull flag till it gets over to this channel. Then we'll have to see if it's going to react when we get there. SMH looking really good. And now let's take a look at the IYT. IYT Still looking good. I just wanted this IYT. If it wants to go higher, that's great. I really don't want it to go higher. I'd like to see it cool off and rest. And bull flag right on top of this channel line. But if it wants to go higher, I'm going to let it go higher, but I don't want it to. I just like to see it bull flag on top of this channel line right here. So IYT, notice CARR did well yesterday, and we got IYT up near its highs. And those are the all-time highs for this year. So right there, very nice. Last high was, yeah, we beat that high there. So there's IYT. Let's go look at XLF. XLF still in the daily uptrend right there. Still beating down the door on the midpoint right here. Need to get IYT up here to attack this minor resistance right there. That's what we need. First, we need to get on top of the midpoint and then find our way and work our way back up to this. Friday's earnings should help kick that off on the XLF. So if the earnings are any good, we could be beating on the door of this minor support, minor resistance right up through here in the XLF. Now, this is the one that held us back yesterday, FNGU. All right, this is the one that just, if this one had gotten gear, see, it doesn't even matter yesterday that T2122 was in the buy zone all day. Buy zone all day, strength, nice. And T2123, green trend indicator all day. They just marched uphill right there. They did everything that we asked them to do. T21 did everything that you would want it to do. But what happens is when the FNGU, they're so weighted, the products in here in this FNGU are so weighted within the market that if they go down, it doesn't even matter how much these are gapping up, the market won't move. Wherever this goes, the rest of the market goes. So think about that when you make a trading plan. If your FNGU is green, because this is today. Well, this is post-market yesterday. This is pre-market today. Okay. If your FNGU is red, all right, as red trend indicator balls on the 15-minute time frame, the market's not going to go anywhere. You might as well start thinking about possibly just being bearish all day. Now, it started turning green right there, and then you could get bullish right there. But this is what held us down. Look at all these red candles right there. Excuse me, red trend indicator balls. Not yet, David. It's coming up. I'm putting it together right now. So FNGU is what held us down yesterday. A little melting up. Looks like they're going to gap up this morning. Hope they continue to go up and get up back up on top of the midpoint. I don't really like the idea that they're under the midpoint. So I'd like to see the FNGU get back up over the midpoint. No telling what it's going to do, but I really think a lot of market today is going to just gap up and just kind of fade. I don't think we're going to have a meltdown. I just think we're just going to fade. It's not going to do anything, but they're just going to pull the bid and let it free fall. So it'll just hang out, relatively close to where it closed yesterday, somewhere between where it closed yesterday and the lows of yesterday. So there's FNGU. And let me see, what do we got this morning, if I can find anything that's going to work for us. All right, Corteva left off with a 10-minute downtrend yesterday. It disappeared on me. Seagate left off with a 10-minute downtrend from yesterday. KHC also left off with a 10-minute downtrend from yesterday. PBF Energy left off with a 10-minute downtrend from yesterday. And Valero left off with a 10-minute downtrend from yesterday. 10-minute uptrends. UNP left off with a 10-minute uptrend. Nice BOP on that one from yesterday. Gold left off with a 10-minute uptrend from yesterday. JCI left off with a 10-minute uptrend from yesterday. Ally Financial, earnings on the 19th, left off with a small up 10-minute uptrend. And Synchrony Financial left off with a 10-minute uptrend. And Ironwood Pharmaceuticals, 10-minute uptrend, left off with from yesterday. All nice BOPs there on those if you want to snap a photo of that. So now let's take a look at UNG. UNG made a recovery. It's still daily. Daily started an uptrend right here on the daily. We've got a equal high and a higher low. So pressure's on to make the higher high right there. So there's UNG, USO. USO is trying to break out of this bear flag channel right here, and I think it's going to do it with the CPI coming out this week. So USO looks good for a breakout. Keep those oil stocks on your radar because things are looking good for oil. We're done with this red. See, we've converted to green here. We're putting quite a few of them together. So USO, there's the oil. Gold was in a 10-minute uptrend last night. I picked up some gold and some silver. I will not be holding it today. I'm probably going to cash out of it. And if you look at the 10-minute, we had a 10-minute uptrend in gold and silver. 10-minute uptrend in gold and silver. So I'll be probably closing those out early this morning. And if we look at them both on the daily, silver is still in a downtrend. And gold, you guessed it, still in a downtrend. Okay, so that's the market this morning. Again, 438.35. Is that right? On the SPY. SPY, here's the 6. Where's my pivot? I had it on there. $439.45. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. 439.35. Yeah. All right, traders. That's it. Any questions? If not, I'm gonna see you guys at 10 after 9. UCO is up. Let's take a look at UCO. I saw all the Rastafarian stocks were doing pretty good yesterday. The pharmaceutical weed, Sundial was doing good. CCJ was doing good. A lot of the pharmaceutical The alternative harvest was doing well. Let me just put it like that. Okay, UCO on a daily. Crude, yeah, okay. I like that. It's pretty much the same thing I was saying with USO. Yeah. Get kind of the same look there. Yeah. And let me put together my bull and bear list and we'll kick this thing off. All right. So we'll see everybody at about 9:10, right after Rick finishes up. Okay. If you got any questions, put them in there so I can help you. I have a 1 o'clock webinar for all the members across all 3 rooms in the combo room. Could I review pins? Yeah. Pins is still bullish. Still got this flag right here. As long as we stay in line with that flag and we don't break that downtrend there, I'm still going to be bullish on pins. It's just bull flagging right now. It's taken an awfully long time, Ricardo, to get over this uptrend line. The good news is we did fill the gap. So pins is still bullish. It's just in a big bull flag right here. Almost a little head and shoulders. You got the head here, right shoulder, left shoulder. We'll see what happens. Maybe CPI or some kind of earnings showing up could kick this thing off. So pins is still bullish. It's bullish on the daily, and on the hourly, it's just a bull flag. Right now, it's just going to chop left and right. Up and down in this zone right here, underneath 28 over 27. Okay, you're welcome. All right, let me write up the 5 bulls, 5 bears, and we will see everybody at 9:10.